Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, wherever you are in your day. I hope you're feeling loved and blessed. Thanks for checking in. If you need it sugar coated, this ain't the place because we keep it sassy around here. We're going to get straight to the point. We're doing a different kind of spread today. I felt like I really needed to just change it up. Okay. So while I got my clothes in the dryer, we're going to do a little tarot spread. Okay. That's how we do around here. All right. All right. I had some other ideas, but you know what? We're gonna just keep those ideas popping, right? Because that's what the year of the fire horse is all about, right? All right, let's get into it. It is February 17th, 2026. It is Tuesday, represented by the Tower and Mars out of the tarot deck and the zodiac sign. What we're gonna be doing is called the Elemental Audit. This is gonna be different. I've already gotten the cards separated. I'm gonna explain this here in a minute. I've shuffled. I've done with the purpose and intent. I wanted to get that out of the way. I will shuffle them a little more so you guys aren't like, oh, this bitch is pulling out. You know what I'm saying? Oh, stagger do. No, this is real and this is raw. There's no glitter. There's no glam. It's just straight to the point. No sugarcoat. Like I said, it's sassy. Sassy. No sugarcoating around here. If you don't like it, go somewhere else. If you need all that glitz and glamour, go somewhere else. Okay? Because this ain't it. All right? Because we want real and raw. All right? All right. So, I'm glad you're here. Let's jump into the tarot message. So, this is what's going on. All right, let's take it down because this is, I got to explain. So, this is the deck of all the major arcana. Okay, all the major arcana. There's 22 cards from the Fool to the World. Okay, this represents milestones, dramatic and major events, thing beyond our control. Okay, but with that being said, we're also going to go through, these are all of the cups, okay? I shuffled these too. I'll shuffle them again a little more, okay? All right, these are the wands, okay? I'll shuffle them a little bit more again for you. See, as oh, it's not, set up. And this side is the swords. I'm just showing you, and then we'll go into what I'm doing, okay? All right, and this is the pentacles. All right, this represents earth. Okay, this is the swords. This represents air. Okay, we're gonna get into this again more. Wands represents fire, and then cups represents water. Okay, so let me explain. Listen, Linda. This is what I'm doing. So what I'm doing as this is the elemental dignities, okay? So what I'm doing is I'm going to, like I said, I already shuffled. I'm going to pull four cards from the deck, okay? Representing earth, air, fire, water, okay? Fire is represented by wands, which is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. So in that position, that's what we're going to be covering. If you are Aries, if you are a Leo, if you're a Sagittarius, your position is going to be wands. That's going to be your message. You see what I'm getting? And we're going to pull for cups. That's going to be the message for the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay? We're going to get the issue at hand. The major arcana is going to be what represents to help you solve whatever it is problem that comes up. Does that make sense? So over here we have Pentacles. This is Earth sign. This is Virgo, Taurus, and Capricorn. Okay? So I'm going to shuffle the deck. Woo, 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 woo. I'm going to pull the card. Bam. Whatever it is. And then we're going to pull from the major arcana to say, okay, Earth signs. Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn. This is the problem at hand. Okay? All right? Does that make sense? Okay. So the fire element, let me put these in order so I have them in order so I don't forget. Fire element, water element, swords element, yes, and earth element. Okay. Does that make sense? So the fire element is represented by wands. Like I said, this section focuses on spirit, action, and inspiration. It represents that spark, what is driving me. Okay. So Aries. And if this resonates with you for some reason, Take it as you may, okay? Because, like I said, the message may not match the question, and the question may not match the message. Because the spirits are going to tell us what you need to hear, okay? The sassy spirits are going to tell you what you need to hear, okay? So, water, cups, right? Rules, emotions, intuition, and your relationships. Heart of the matter, right? For the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, okay? Because Pisces is coming up real quick here on the 19th, right? All right. So, how do I truly feel about this? And what is my intention telling me? Intuition telling me. Okay. The air elements. The air elements. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Okay. The air elements, swords. Air represents intellect, communication, and conflict. It deals with the mind. Okay. What conversation needs to be had, and what is the logic? Okay, if it resonates with you from something, a different earth sign, a different element, take it. All right, earth focuses on the physical things, resources in the body, world, finances, and stability. This is the grounding part of the breakdown. Okay, so like I said, if it resonates with you, take it, because we all have elements. We all have all the elements within us. I personally, as an earth sign, lean towards water. I need water to ground me. A shower. Like yesterday, I felt like shit, and I said, you know what I need? A hot shower and a hot cup of tea. And I felt much better. Okay? So, all right. Each element is going to be represented for each challenge presented. So, do you understand? I hope you do. I think you do. You're smart. All right. You're sassy and smart. So, let's get into it. All right. Like I said, I shuffled them. These represent the action to take for whatever is coming up. We have to see that first for the Aries. Okay. All right. Does that make sense? All right. Like I said, I'll shuffle them a little bit more so you say it's not all set up. It's not whoop-de-doo. All right. Again, shuffle the water. Shuffle the element of the cups, purpose and intent. Shuffling the air element, swords. All right. And earth, pentacles. Earth element, pentacles. All right. What is it that we need to know and focus on? All right. So, step up Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius energies. Fire signs. Okay. What is going on here? All right. All right. We got the Nine of Wands. So, if you're Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, we're going to get into it. You're in a situation right now where you need to start making some compromises, having a little bit more compassion. Spirituality is also connected to the Nine of Wands. Okay. A little bit more compassion, a little bit more compromising in whatever situation that you're going through, right? When it says, what is driving me? What is driving you? You want to be on top. You want to be in charge. That's absolutely wonderful. Be a leader. But you have to make compromises in that quest, right? Because if you don't make compromises, you're going to come into a lot of gets you too many challenges, because that's what we're seeking right now. What challenges are you facing? So how can you face this challenge? How can you, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or living within that fire, show more compassion and compromise and be more connected to yourself? So when you're more connected to yourself, you can connect to situations a little bit better, right? Because if you're unbalanced, you, like, as I say, I pop off. I have a tendency to pop off, and I have to put myself back away from situations, because I know if I ain't feeling it, you gonna know about it, okay? Hence the name Sassy, baby, okay? So how do you learn, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, to compromise? What energy does the Aries, Leo, Sagittarius need to overcome that challenge of not being able to compromise? Holy Mother Mary, Jesus. This is the Tower card. The Tower card is represented by Tuesday. It also represents Mars. It also represents Aries. So Aries, step up. This is you. All right. Aries represents the emperor and authority. Remember, I said you want to be the leader. You are the leader, but you have to make the compromise. This is such a strong connection right here. Okay. The Tower, okay, is all about upheaval and sudden change, right? The Tower, remember I said the Tower, the Aries, this is the person not to be played with, okay? Not to be played with. When it comes out of the tarot deck, when it comes out, when they say the strongest card out of the tarot, when I got to talk to y'all. When they say woo, when they say the strongest tarot card out of the deck, because you know there's the devil, there's the death, and they say, oh, God. No, those aren't the cards you need to be worried about. This is the one you need to be worried about, especially if it's upside down. Lord have mercy, the tower, the building is burning. And aren't we in the fire horse charging forward? Get it done, do it to it, knock it down, bulldozer, get out the way, son, move, man, get out the way, get out the way, get out the way, move, get out the way, right? That's that's oh Lord, oh Lord, Aries, you just came through like shut up, bitch. Okay, Aries, all you got to do is make that compromise. But you are the leader and authority. You are in charge. You are absolutely on your top game. So that's a good thing. That's a this said whoop. There it is. Tarot said whoop. There it is. Okay. Got me all. Got me all. All right. Because the fire element focuses on what we said: spirit, action, and inspiration. It represents the spark. What is driving me? Aries. That fire is leading the fire. The fire is leading the fire. Boom diggity. Boom diggity. Let's take it back down. Woo! Got me all. Got me all. Got me all. Okay. All right. All right. Next up, water elements. Step up. Water elements. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Okay. Rules of the emotions, intuition, and relationships. Heart of the matter. How do I truly feel about this? And what is my intuition telling me? Right? What's going on? What's going on with the Cancer, Scorpio, and okay, you're literally at this new beginning. You're literally at this new beginning, a new you. It's new to you, right? It's new to you, and that's a great thing. It's youthful. Okay, maybe there's a message inside of your head that you need to listen to, and it'll come out. Once you get that, you're gonna be standing in your authority, right? And what does the Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces water element cup need? What do they need to get past this stage of just it being a thought? Because we don't want just the thought, we want the action, right? We want the action to the challenge. What blocks the challenge so that you can have action? Because we are in the fire horse. Patience, temperance, lower your temper. Are you a little bit emotional? Right? Because this is about equilibrium. This is about healing, balance, moderation, restraint, and being flexible. Are you too emotional? Are you too emotional? You know what I'm saying? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Yeah, they're the water sign. Yeah, you're emotional, but you don't have to just sit there with that thought. You don't have to just sit there with that. You know what I'm saying? Ace. When I'm thinking of Ace, that's the new beginning, right? That's where everything's starting, right? You don't have to just have the thought. With a little bit of patience, temperance, because that's what temperance is, patience with yourself, and not push yourself so hard and make yourself feel worse, because then you're sitting there going, I can't. And you can, but you're sitting there saying, I can't, because you're too emotional about it. That's what a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces is. Emotional. So just a little bit of patience with yourself. Patience with yourself. Okay. Does that make sense? Are we moving on? Oh, I just think I marked myself with the pen. Oh well. That's by been wanting a tattoo. Okay. The air element, step up. All right. Aries, excuse me. Gemini. It's air. I meant air. Step up. Air signs. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Okay. Air represents intellect, communication, and conflict. It deals with the mind. What is the logic? And what conversation needs to be had? Okay. All right. Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. All right. You are, this air represents stability. Stability. I'm thinking structure, stagnation. So the position you're in right now is you're still trying to structure things out. You're still trying to build on this thing that you want, this idea that you have, and you're still trying to figure that all out. You know, it still requires some, like I said, structuring. It still requires some building. You kind of hold yourself back because you have this idea, being the air sign, you have this idea, that challenge, that element of you that says, I can't, I can't, right? Because there's that conflict element to air. And 4 represents structure. So you battle that structure. There's so much conflict with that structuring. And to get to that point where you can get past that challenge for you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, requires going within. The Hermit. Step aside, son. This represents Virgo. Okay, so you're gonna have to get a little bit of earth element and energy. Or like for me, what did I say? As an earth element, I need water. So you, air element, need that earth element to ground yourself. To ground yourself. Okay, go within. All right, because the hermit represents introspection, wisdom, solitude, self-discovery, and contemplation. This is my favorite card. And the Hierophant. This is one of my favorite cards. I am a hermit. Before quarantine, I was a hermit. When they said quarantine, I was like, no problem. Stay home, no problem. All right. So, but for you, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you have to go within, because this is the very social zodiac. Okay, the Geminis, the Libras, they're very social. So what you need is a little solitude to think things through and get your mind settled, get your thoughts settled, get those challenges lined up, line them up. 1, 2, 3, and just start crossing off those challenges. Get rid of it, because it really does you no good. It does you no good whatsoever. All right. Does that make sense? All right. So next up, the earth. The earth elements. All right. The earth element, Pentacles. Virgo, step up. Taurus, step up. Capricorn, step up. All right. This is focusing on the physical world, finances, stability. This is the grounded part of the breakdown. Okay. What is the practical outcome, and how can I create more stability? Hmm. Don't I know it? Don't I know it? The queen. The queen represents maturing and carrying experience, right? So that's where you need to see your situation from a more mature standpoint, right? Whatever situation you're in right now with your finances and your stability and becoming more grounded, it's just a matter of maturing into that need, maturing into that need that you have and understanding it a little bit more just by grounding yourself within yourself because the pentacles is all about earth and grounding. And the more you ground yourself in your situation, the more you can see it. So how can the earth, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn elements ground themselves in their maturity? Hmm? Let's see. Aries. Didn't I say this earlier in the beginning as I was talking about the Aries? This is the emperor. This is the authority. Maturing yourself by seeing yourself as the emperor. The emperor is all about action and structure and discipline and control and setting boundaries. And if you're not doing that for yourself, you're going to stay in that stagnant, unstable position in your life. So being more mature in that helps you become more grounded. And to do that, you need to take that fire. You need to take that fire energy and structure it and stabilize it for yourself and discipline yourself and set your own boundaries and have a little self-control, right? That maturity level. You can learn that from the fire element. The fire element just wanted to come up today. Strong in there, right? Strong in there. Okay, but hey, what is today? It's Tuesday, represented by Aries and Mars. So, of course, that's going to come up. Isn't that funny? Bam. The whole energy of the spread is still connected to Tuesday and Aries and that fire energy, fire element, right? This is the elemental audit, where each element is represented, right? For each challenge. So if your earth signs, use your fire. Fire signs. Fire needs their fire, right? Water needs patience, this is air. Water needs air. And air needs earth. And earth needs fire. Yup. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? I hope it does. Yeah. Fire. Fire needs fire. Strong. That's strong. Fire needs fire. Go figure. Water needs air. Air needs earth. And earth needs fire. That element, that energy. All right. Does that make sense? I think you got it. All right. That's it for today. I think we'll close it for there. I think that's good enough. Yes. Yes. All right. All right. So we'll close this energy for here, right? All right. Thank you for stopping by. And thank you for watching. And come again. Come again. And don't forget to leave me and subscribe. Don't forget, please. Leave me a like. Leave me a comment. Leave me an emoji. And if you want to say something else, say it. Which what you? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. All right. All right. Adios, amigos.